Skadoosh. We back. We back.
Yeah, yeah. Yeah, so hold on a second. Peace and Pan Africanism, peace and Pan Africanism, peace and Pan
Man, that
Africanism.
guy. Hey, I respect the grift,
Yo,
man.
man.
He gonna get that money. People
Yeah,
gonna give him
listen,
that.
man. If there's anything that urban folk do best is fund somebody's grift.
Yeah,
I'll say that, man.
yeah.
I'll say
We're the
that.
best at
It
it.
is tough. It is tough for guys like me to try to get off the ground because you already got enough of these dumbass dudes just doing the most, man. I know some people are gonna say you're in the dark. I'm trying to figure out these fucking lights, man. I'm trying to figure out my new lighting situation. But to be fair, I mean, I'm only gonna be in this studio for 2 months. No, actually, one more month. So I gotta figure this out. But I'll figure it out. I'm gonna try to figure something. Um, but in essence, it is like 9 o'clock here, so I'm also like gonna do an hour 30, and then do because I'm still working on my next script,
Mm.
and boy, when I tell you like these shits are getting longer and longer, I'm like, yo, damn, man, holy shit. But hey, it keeps money on the table, so
There it is.
that's
There.
I
There it
do it
is.
for that. You know what
Yeah.
I'm saying? It helps with the bills. So where do we go first? Where do we go first with this? You know what? Let's
You,
go with the South Park,
I'm
man.
about
Let's
to
go with
say,
the
okay, yes, yes. Because I
South
finally sat
Park.
down and watched the whole episode. And I was just like, I haven't watched South Park in a decade, man. So
Yeah,
it, it was stupid funny as it always was.
yeah. I just think you know what? I believe that people thought that South Park was only going to get to the liberals,
Mm.
and it was only going to stay with the liberals, and I'm just like, no, no, that's not the case. Everybody can get it, including Trump. And all the MAGA people. It's kind of funny how all the MAGA people are like, "This is despicable. This is a what was somebody saying about it? They were saying this is despicable. This is blasphemy. You had him sleeping with Satan, and it's just like this dude for the last almost year, okay, because it's been a good 5 6 months that we've had Trump in office, Trump 2.0.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't know about you, but are them grocery prices lower? Cause
Listen, every time I dread grocery shopping now because all I know is she's gonna come in and complain about how expensive everything has gotten. I just be like, fuck, because
yeah,
I have my set stuff that I have her get that I don't deviate from, and this what I like is getting more and more expensive. And she's like, you know how much this was, and da 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 da. I just be like, fuck. So I gotta eat it.
yeah, dude, man, it's everything's getting more expensive now. I think the last time I went to ShopRite, dude, I was paying almost 100, and my grocery bill went from 150 to 190. So to combat that, I went to Aldi and Lidl. Dude, I bought like a whole tray of chicken drumsticks
Yeah.
for $7.
Yo,
So
don't
I
sleep
bought,
on all these, man. Like all these is the shit.
yeah, man, because I think in the future, I mean, that's gonna be the spot. Because when I went there and I bought just certain things, like just lunch for the week. Lunch for the week cost me $65.
Mm-hmm.
I said, "Are you joking?" Like, I mean, at the end of the day, I'm thinking about it. I'm thinking about it. There are certain things that I'll probably buy from Shop. Okay, if you're from the East Coast, you got Stop and Shop, you got ShopRite, you got Kings for all the white people. The white people get Kings. You get Stu Leonard's.
Yeah.
You got God damn. I mean, yeah, you got Walmart and all. You got Walmart and Target and all that shit. But only if we're talking like food, if we're talking like supermarket, we got Stu Leonard's, Stop and Shop, ShopRite, Kings for the lily white, for the lily white people.
Mm-hmm.
You got Whole Foods, Aldi and Lidl, which also get boycotted by all the union shops.
Okay.
because they don't want you paying, dirt cheap prices for for quality food, by the way. I mean,
Mhm.
like the chicken, I just cooked that shit. That tastes I mean, it tasted pretty good. I know the whole like meat thing. I get it. But yeah, $65, man. I only paid that much for like a whole thing of groceries.
Yeah.
And I was like, "Damn, I've been sleeping on this. I really need to, you know, I need to now go to Lidl and Aldi for all of my stuff now." It's gotten to that point where I'm just like, "Yo, I can't be paying these prices
You never
for."
been to Aldi's before?
I've been to Aldi's. I just never like I've always shopped at ShopRite because I always get the deals, and this was like pre-pandemic and like pre-pandemic shit was like 120. Like I was eating that. I was like, okay, yeah, 120, got it. But then after the pandemic, I was like, damn, I need an alternative to ShopRite.
Yeah.
So now I'm like, yeah, let me go over to Aldi because it's right next door to ShopRite.
Yeah.
It's like competing with ShopRite. And
Okay.
then there's a Lidl, I mean an Aldi, like literally like 5 miles away from me.
Mhm.
So now going there. And yeah, shout out to them, man, because saving me money, I'll tell you. Like I started thinking about like name brands. Like, why am I buying name brands anymore? So
Yeah. No,
starting to get
nobody's
to
cheaper than Aldi's, man. Like that's like hood lore. Like everybody knows. Like, well, in the Chicago area, it was either Jules or Aldi's, and Aldi's was like the cheaper version. Like for those that couldn't afford to shop at Jules, you go to Aldi's. But if you're a kid or you're a high school student, you're making money. Like you go to Aldi's because they got it's not name brand, but they got everything, and people
yeah.
have been sleeping on Aldi's, or the stigma behind Aldi's is slowly kind of changed. Now people are like, oh, I go to Aldi's, like, yeah. So
Yeah, I mean, well, I mean nowadays just trying to save a couple dollars, man. I mean, now that I think about it, I'm going to Texas. You got HEB now,
yeah,
so
that's gonna be your store, your go-to
yeah,
store.
that's the dude. When I went into an HEB, I'll never forget it, man. I was like, "What the hell is an HEB?" And they got their own like barbecue place. It depends on like where in Texas you are.
Mm-hmm.
But I went to the one in the Dallas Alliance area, and they got this barbecue place,
Okay.
and I was like, it was pretty good. Like for the amount of money you pay for that food, it's actually pretty good for the price.
Mm-hmm.
And then you have what was it? Then you have all of the items that you would usually buy, and they come with coupons from the store. And I'm
Okay.
saying to myself, why doesn't ShopRite do this? Why doesn't Stop and Shop, ShopRite, Stu Leonard? Why didn't they? For the life of me, I'm like, yo, man, I can't wait to say fuck this place, man. It's worth it.
Yeah, man. All these is like everybody knows about all these, man. Like,
Yeah, Trader Joe.
shit.
Yeah. Trader Joe's is another one. I totally forgot about Trader Joe's. Totally forgot about them. But yeah. I did hear about the Manhattan shooter. We'll talk about that soon. I'm so glad I wasn't in Midtown that day.
Wait,
I wasn't
what?
in Midtown today, so I'm kind of glad on that.
It's
It was good. The weather outside is frightful. Let's just say that, man. But I think we're going back to what I was saying about South Park. Yeah, South Park, like again, South Park does everybody, and then Trump
yeah,
gets all mad and upset at what, like it's kind of funny how people, you know, they want to be, the resistance or the counterculture, and then when you are the counterculture, it's like a kind of a cycle, it's kind of like a circle
yeah,
of life type thing.
yeah,
You be
yeah.
like there's one there's one that becomes like the status quo, one another group of people become the counterculture, then they turn into the mainstream, then somebody else turns into the counterculture. It,
Mm-hmm.
it for me, it's like, if I was given what was it, $1.5 billion or something like that, or $3.5 billion by Paramount to just say, yeah, go gung ho on Trump, yeah, go right on ahead. I'm doing it. I'm doing it for the money. I don't even care about the money at that point. Yeah, just let me get my rocks off.
Yeah, you can
And
disappear with
considering
all that. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Go into hiding and just be like, that's right. All they did was play Saddam with Trump. I remember that. Yeah, 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 yeah.
yeah,
Yeah.
I'm considering like, all right, I mean like, all right, considering what this dude has done already, okay, we're talking about the big beautiful bill, tariffs. I mean, ignoring the Epstein files. I mean, like I mean, at this point, MAGA got egg on its face. These dudes with the MAGA hats, they got egg on their face, right?
Hmm.
There was this dude on I think it was Jubilee. I don't know why they're doing these like debates now, like this like one guy versus like 22 conservatives, and this one dude was like, "Oh, I'm for fascism." I'm sitting there like, I really hope you don't have a job, dude.
Y- y- well, you know what? Back in the
I
'60s,
saw
they
it.
back in the '60s they used to do that. They used to hold debates on college campuses. So, um, yeah, I guess I'm glad that they're bringing it back because then the college students can kind of see where the indoctrination for them is being kicked in, or where they're, I don't know, where the rubber meets the road per se. I don't think most college students walk away from it like, oh, this college is, they're indoctrinating me. I that guy opened my eyes to whole. No, I just think it just reaffirms everybody's decisions, beliefs at that point. But yeah, they did that back in the '60s. I like it as long as it's respectful and people walk away with, hopefully, with different perspectives. But yeah, I don't mind it. I don't mind it.
Well,
You know.
here's the thing with that, and I'm just saying it from a perspective, right? Now, from the guy that said, "Oh, I love fascism," and it's like, all right, you have some form of small man complex. All right, these dudes that are like out here saying this type of stuff are not like Giga Chad. Okay, these are
Mm-hmm.
like low T and don't go to the gym and shit like that. They
Mm-hmm.
ain't they have never touched a woman or have not touched a woman in years or just ever. And I'm just saying to myself, yeah, these are not white people that I would personally be afraid of. Like I would be like they can say the N word to me and then I just pull up and then they'd be like, no, it's just a joke, man. It was just a joke.
Yeah.
Right? Same dude literally gets fired the next week. And I just think that with the whole South Park thing, with the whole culture war thing, I was like, dude, you have won the culture war. And now you guys are just showing your faces. Like I mean, the masks are just slipping off. And I'm just like, with the white only communes and stuff. I just
Mm-hmm.
think, me let's go over there. Because I was just listening to what's his name? Tariq Nasheed on that. And I'm thinking about it like this, right? Now, it's one or two ways. One, there are already people out there that have communes and stuff like that, and it varies from commune to commune. All right, I mean, in what is it, Wayne County up in New Jersey,
Mm-hmm.
there is actually a nudist commune.
Okay.
There is a nudist commune in Wayne, New Jersey. I know because I've seen it, and I didn't believe it, but it's like I think it's like 15 acres of land. They already did like they got the commune and all that, and it's
Mm-hmm.
all just adults, just working together, butt ass naked.
I
I
respect
you
it.
know what I'm saying?
I
You
respect it.
know what I'm saying? I saw it, you know, and I did it. I talked to them. I'm like, dude, how did you get the land and all that stuff? Apparently, it's generational land and stuff like that, which is kind
Mm-hmm.
of interesting to me. But that's beside the point. I was taking notes. I was like, okay, I got to take notes on this. How do you get the land and all this other stuff?
Mm-hmm.
Um, Technically, my family does own land, so I'm trying to do something with that. But that's beside the point. Um, I think with the white only commune, all right, in times like this, you know, are you surprised that somebody would be like, yeah, I'm trying to save the white race or something like that? Are you very surprised at any of this? Because I'm not, you know?
They've always been on that type of time. it's just, I guess, with the social media thing. Once again, everything is, open for business, and you don't have to. You're not gonna. You can't shame people for how they believe or what they feel now. I think the shame is gone. So, I'm not shocked. I'm like, okay, um, knock yourselves out. Like, I just wish, black folk would focus more on what they need to do as a collective than instead of what everybody else is doing, because everyone else has their own Chinatown, Koreatown, Greek town, whatever. There's no black town.
Yeah. There's no little FBA.
Yeah. Little FBA. There's, I like
there's
that.
no little FBA.
Yeah.
You talking about? There's a little hate. I think in Brooklyn, well, that was Newkirk Avenue. Yeah, I remember because I used to live on Newkirk Avenue, and that was it's Flatbush, but now they call it Newkirk Avenue, Little Haiti. And I'm saying to myself, when the fuck did they do this? When did the Haitians do this?
Okay.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I mean, nigga, yeah, you smell Jollof and all that shit, but I'm just like, man, come on, man. When did they do this? Why aren't where are the FBAs? You know what I'm saying? Where are the FBAs? Where's Tariq Nasheed? You know what I'm saying? Where's
FBAs are good at talking the talk, but when it comes to actually building, they're not gonna do shit. Yeah, it sounds good.
Yeah, of course.
Yeah, it sounds good.
It sounds good, but y'all ain't gonna do shit.
Not at all. Not at all.
Now, I guess you could say like the white only commune thing goes one or two ways, right? Now, for me, it's like, okay, stay your ass over there. Just stay away from me, and I'll stay away from you. You know what I'm saying? Just tell me where on the Google Maps I should avoid, right? So I'm not in your vicinity, right? Listen, I'm not against it. I'm just saying keep your ass over there and put yourself on the Google Maps. Put it on Waze, Google Maps, Hammer. Put it on those so I know exactly where I don't need to go and I don't need to see you, right? That's number one. And then you got the booty shakers. Then you got like I had to listen. This nigga be on my timeline all the time. Was it Anton Daniels? Anthony Brian Logan. I had to unsubscribe from him. You know what I'm saying? Hodge twins. I all of them that were talking about the whites only commune, a black conservative perspective. You know what I'm saying? I said, you know what I said to that? I said, all right, y'all. Listen, y'all about it. Okay. All right. So there are these YouTubers, right? There are these black YouTubers. There are these urban YouTubers that go into sundown towns, right? Just off rip, they just go to sundown towns and all these racist towns in America just to stir something, just to stay there. I was like, yeah, no. I want to see this go down. So y'all look the part, okay? So I'm ready. I'm listen, man. I want to see something. You know what I'm saying? I want to see, so I want to see the lion eat the human at the Coliseum. Okay. I'm sorry if I'm like that now. Okay. Because as I see all these, dudes be making these like, oh, I agree with it. I agree because white people are being attacked and all. Okay. All right. So now it's okay. So you go over there and let them tell you what it is. All right. And then what are you going to say?
So they actually go into these sundowns. Are they looking?
Yes.
So nothing,
yes.
And clearly nothing happens to them.
I mean, they get threatened, but it's like, all right, well, nothing gonna happen.
But they don't push they're not pushing the issue though.
Yeah, they ain't pushing it.
Yeah. Okay. That's.
They just trying to start some shit.
Yeah, they ain't got to the right town just yet. Cause like when I drive through Texas, when I see Viter, I don't.
Nope.
I make damn sure I have enough gas to get through Viter because I don't want. You know what I'm saying? Like,
I know where Viter is. I know where Viter is. I make sure I'll be like, okay, because I tell the lady like, when we went to Houston, I was like, okay, where is Viter on the map?
Yeah.
Here it is. Here's where we are. Okay. We're not going off of what I think it was I think it's I-77. I
Mm-hmm.
think it's Interstate 77. I said no, we're not going over there. Not for nothing. All right,
Yeah.
it's like going straight. Okay, because if I'm trying to go to San Antonio, trying to any which way outside of Isaac, because I've heard the stories. I have heard the stories, man.
I ain't trying to get my ass in the fucking nope in and out. Nope. Just shoom. You know, I drop 5 below the speed limit just to make sure. We ain't got no. Ain't gonna be no excuse to pull me over. Fuck all that. You know.
I don't be doing that. So I mean, these things go one or two ways for me. You know what I'm saying? It's like, okay, yeah, I don't care. You know, you get because I mean, hearing them out, it's like, okay, we need to, keep the white race going, which to me is too late. You know, like since the beginning of this whole country, I mean, what how many people like how many people can you actually say are actually white, even the white ones that look white, you know? What can you say to that? Give me 1 second.
Yeah. Well, to answer that question, I don't. I guess it depends on what your term white is, because going off what he said in the interview, if you had European ancestry, more than likely you're pretty much guaranteed a spot because it doesn't get any whiter than you know
European.
German, Irish. You know what I'm saying from those areas. So I can't see. Um,
But even I'll say this, even certain English people would be, considering them like backwater people, like I mean, I'm just kind of saying that.
so
Just looking at it from like a perspective, like even with certain Africans, we would be considered like the outcast,
so who's considered the top of the white class, ethnicity wise?
Mm. I don't know because I look at it as those who have money, you know, like those who have money. That's why I look at it as, you know, this conversation is stupid, like just live off the land and be happy, you know.
Mm-hmm.
That's how I think about it. All of you who consider like it's like okay, I think about it like I think about it like this also. I'm just like, okay, if it's separate but equal, be about it.
Okay.
Okay? If it is separate, but if it's gonna be separate, if we're gonna bring that shit back, then really be about it. All right. And those who think, right, just because you got somebody that is of a different race, right? No. Okay, listen. You love who you love. That's on you. Listen, that's a beautiful thing. I think okay, that's cool.
Mm-hmm.
But unfortunately, even for me, I will tell you this because I used to be with a white Jewish woman. I still wanted my own kind. I still wanted my own woman. Okay? I still
Okay.
wanted a black woman first for whatever the reason. Okay? I can't fight that.
Nor should you.
I can't fight that. I've been
Yeah.
listen, I tried. I tried my best and I still couldn't do it. You know? So,
Okay.
I don't
That's a
know.
good
Maybe it's just a
that's a good point you just made. Do you think the majority of black men that are with non-white women, do they still secretly wish to have a sister?
isn't that why they make the content? Isn't that why they make the content?
Okay.
Because apparently, what's his name? That nigga, Big Trunks. That nigga, that nigga weird as shit, man.
Wait, who? Big J?
No, not Big J, Big Trunks.
Who's Big
His name
Trunks?
is he's like a kindergarten teacher or some shit.
I
He would
don't.
usually be on Ramil's streams and all that with his white wife and all that. He got
Oh, you
exposed.
talking about
Yeah,
that
yeah,
guy? That guy is off his rocker. That
dude.
he's
I'm like,
mentally. He has mental issues.
yeah, he is supremely mentally ill. Like,
Yeah, that
I'm like,
that
my
dude
guy.
has women tied up in his basement. Like, yeah, stay away from him. Like, I would tell women, you be a fool to. That man sounds unhinged. I know you're talking about. Okay, Yeah.
Yeah, I'm like, wait. I'm just like, oh, like, dude, you have a. I was like, dude, you have a white wife. Okay. So why do you care about black women so much? Another one would be what's his name? Black man being brutally honest.
Wait, he has a white wife?
No. He doesn't have a white wife. I don't. I think he has a kid or something. The
But he's
last time
married
I
though.
checked,
Yeah,
I
yeah,
don't know if
Kevin.
he is.
He's married.
I'm like, dude, if you married, why the hell are you still talking about women whom you like? You boggles my mind. You know what I'm saying? This dude made videos about me, and I'm sitting here like, don't you have a wife? You know what I'm saying? I'm sitting there like, huh? You got a wife, right? Because if I know I have a girlfriend. Am I on Red Sings the Blues complaining about women?
Okay, some of these guys, you can tell there's issues in their union. You because I heard
Oh,
some of his stuff, and I'm like, you guys must not be in a good space just for the content he was putting out for the time that I observed him. I haven't watched that guy, and I don't know. It's been a year now, some change, but at the time, I was like, he going through some things. He don't mean this shit because it's whatever. Whoever at home is the issue, and he's just venting because he can't vent to that person. So this is his next, logical. It's only outlet. So
yeah. Well. Also, the thing also is, even if you do bring up these problems about black women with a black woman on your arm, high chance of you either getting broken up with or getting divorced. And that's
I
happened to us.
agree. I agree. I think it will bleed over. It will bleed over into the relationship.
Because
From yeah.
that's why I said when I shut down my podcast, because of not even because of her, but just because I wanted to pivot and all that other stuff, it was because I was in a different headspace back then versus now.
Yeah.
I'm buying furniture, dude, from IKEA. Okay, I'm buying furniture from IKEA, going to Home Depot, looking at colors. Like I'm doing stuff with my girlfriend that I didn't think I would do with the one that I had before, right?
Mm-hmm.
But that's only because I've learned over time that I got to be a better Red Sings the Blues, and that's what I did. I became better, so now I'm progressing, right? Not regressing, progressing. But even if she wasn't there, I would still be doing that shit, you know? But for the life of me, for the life of me, these dudes are delusional with that crap. I just think that when it comes down to like white dudes really just going ham and saying, "Hey, we don't want you touching our women. We let you touch the fat ones, but not the ones we want."
But that's
Okay?
always been known. Like we, I don't know how many times we need to hear white men ask the white woman, "Have you been with the black man?" She says yes, and they cast her out to the sea. Like that's nothing new. We've always, that's
Yeah. Urban men don't do that. Urban men be like, "You been with a white man?" He's still going at it. He's still doing it. Like, what the hell? You know?
I like
So,
this point that Bray J makes. That's what I've always said when people bring up the issue with black, the Black Wall Street, or wherever. How come they never rebuilt them shits? He said white communes have always existed. They are called sundown towns. Black FBA towns have a long-standing history of being destroyed by hating ass white people. The momentum to rebuild a black ran city community is long gone. I agree. Black people don't want to rebuild them shits. No, they don't.
I mean, it's just the fact of because I think just urban folk in general have taken the integration, hey, we fought the good fight. You know what I'm saying? We live
Yeah.
happily ever after.
Yeah.
You know, I'm just like, no, no, that's not how that works. You know, and I think that just for the life of me, right, as I think about it, I would want to have, like my if I ever had kids, like a black to live in a good black neighborhood with a good black school. Like I would want that because that's that should be the hardwiring for a lot of people, you know?
Hmm.
I don't blame the white people for what they what they say, right? I mean, what they did is totally different, like I mean, that's unforgivable, but I'm just like, whenever they say that, I'm just like I mean, I get it, And but I'm also trying to say for a lot of urban people, we should be doing it again. But I just think that, a lot of urban people ever since the civil rights era be, like what are you going to do with them?
Yeah.
You know? What are you really gonna do? You you
Yeah.
can you can try to put that shit in a mixtape. Maybe that'll work.
Yeah. I just believe they took all the fight out of us as a collective. Like everybody else will rebuild, but we won't. Like it's yeah.
I mean, yeah. So what can you do? What can you do at the
Yeah.
end of it all? Is AM1 in the house? Is AM1 in
I
the
didn't
house?
see him. No, I didn't
You
see
didn't
him.
see him. All right. Well, yeah. I hate to say I told you so about independent media, but that shit co-opted. That shit co-opted. What was I watching the other? Oh yeah, okay, so it's going back to South Park. And I was watching an episode of Tim Pool. And when I tell you, I mean, I already knew Tim Pool was controlled opposition, but
Yeah.
now I'm just convinced, like now I'm just like, okay, you are dude, I used to respect this guy. I used to watch him during the Fusion days, right? Back when he was on Fusion, right? He was on Vice, Fusion. Like this guy was everywhere.
Right.
He was the reason why like I became an independent, right?
Okay.
Loved it. I was about that philosophy. Somewhere I mean, I guess you could say when you get that, conservative C-SPAN Russian money, right? Everything changes. But again, I will say your brand, your IP goes to the highest bidder, right? And at the end of the day, you gotta make money. You gotta, put food on the table. At some point, you're gonna have to ask yourself, am I going to be independent or am I just gonna get this money?
Well, shit. Give me some Russian company cut me a check out. You know what I'm saying? I get up here and be like, yo, what the fuck? Right? No shame. Like this is brought to you by, Stalin Yanya. I don't give a damn shit. What? Yeah,
Brought
cut
to
me
you
a
by
check.
vodka.
Yeah,
Vodka.
cut me a motherfucking check. Shit. What?
I'll be rubbing vodka all day. Shit, I'll be drinking
Man,
this shit all
listen. They
day.
give me a motherfucking one of them furry top hats with the star in the middle. What?
Yeah,
Hell
man.
yeah.
But when he was talking about South Park, because I was hearing him talk right about the whole South Park episode. I said to myself, this dude right here was all gung ho about like when South Park was on the Transformers, right? The robots
Yeah.
in disguise, right?
Yeah.
With the whole Randy Savage thing. He was laughing at that. But then when it came down to Trump, oh now all of a sudden, okay, now we can't laugh at that. Now
Mm.
now now South Park is irrelevant and all that. I'm just saying to myself, how co-opted have you become? And you hate to see it. Like I mean, like I said, Tim Pool has been co-opted for quite some time, and I kind of understood that. But now it's a lot of other people becoming just co-opted. Like a lot
Well,
of a lot of these pundits are co-opted, man.
well, let me ask you: would you respect them if they had a boundary of selling out, or is it better if they just go all in and be like, "Fuck it, I'm all in,
I'd rather you just sell out.
all the way"?
I just go
So
all the way. Just like don't say you're independent media, but then go on C-SPAN. You know,
okay,
don't do that.
okay.
Don't like where. Come on, man. Just go all the way. What's the point of being an independent at that point? You know, there's no point. I mean, yeah, you got your own equipment. You make your own time. You have your own space. You have your own YouTube channel and all that. I get that, but
Hmm.
you also, like you're taking donor money. So at that same time, is I mean, excuse me. I think independent media is gonna go. It's just gonna go the wayside, man. Yeah, mainstream. Yeah, yeah, Roscoe. That's why mainstream media will never die. Yeah, of course, because all the people who have YouTube channels will get approached by people with more money than them, right? And you have a choice to make, right? It's like, well, you can either pay your bills, right? And you can just sign your name on the dotted line, and just take, you know just 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 eat all of that, or you can keep doing what you're doing and not make more money.
Well,
So
yeah, that goes to what we've always been saying, that most people wish to be mainstream. They want to see their name in lights. That indie shit ain't what it, you know.
yeah, it's not what it used to be.
Yeah.
I mean, from 20 years from now, what do you think YouTube's going to be?
Okay, where do you think it's going to be?
I mean, YouTube used to be a place where you remember the slogan of YouTube, right?
Oh gosh, refresh my memory,
Broadcast yourself.
bro. That's right. Broadcast yourself.
Broadcast yourself. You don't see that on the YouTube main page anymore, because now
That's
you got
right.
CBS and NBC and
That's right.
CNN and Fox News and local news and eyewitness news, and like, I mean, it's going literally, you're paying. You can pay. YouTube Premium goes to your YouTube TV and pay-per-view.
Yeah.
So now YouTube is becoming what it be like Mr. Beast. I mean, Mr. Beast, the biggest YouTuber in the whole thing, right?
Yeah.
He has his own, like, store. No, he has his own restaurant and store in the American Dream, in the Meadowlands. And then on top of that, he takes donor money too.
Mm-hmm.
So, you know, hey, at the same time, I don't blame him. I really don't blame them. I'm not sitting here
No,
blaming
I
nobody.
mean, if I had a
It's like,
chance, yeah.
dude,
What you want to pay me? How much to do what? Give me the
all
goddamn
right,
contract. Yeah.
all
Let
right.
me
I
prick
mean,
my
look,
finger too and stamp it. Shit,
I
I
was
don't
like,
know what
listen,
that.
man, I get you, integrity and all that, but at the end of the day, the lady needs her books paid and all that stuff. So,
Well, okay, isn't that part of the integrity? Understanding that you have a family to take care of. Like we all got to do things we don't like to do. Like our parents hated their jobs, but were they sellouts for working for the man? Even though you had to take care of the kids. Like, come on, Dad, you're working for the man. You letting the man tell you what to do. Like,
yeah. I mean, at the end of the day, I mean, yeah. What was Greedy says a lot of YouTube channels is owned by private equity. Also, yeah, yeah, yeah. No, that's true. And yeah, that's true. AdSense only helps but a little. Yeah, Vintage Lover. Yeah, yeah, yeah. AdSense only helps a little. Yeah, of course, man. Like, I'll tell you, man. I mean, I still get like a few. I get a few $100 a few $100 a month. I'm not. I mean, my channel's doing pretty well. Again, but I'm still making my videos are getting longer and longer with more information. I want quality in my art, right?
I have no problem saying yes. Cut me a check. I'm a mercenary. I'm up for sale to the highest bidder. Like, I've never made no bones about that. Like, I'm still gonna be me, but I'll just dial it back a bit. Incorporate some other things, and everybody is happy. You know.
Yeah. I mean, like I said, man, I mean, right about now, and I was talking to you about this like the other day. I mean, I got to get the Venmo up. I got to be
Yep.
more active on Instagram.
Yep.
I gotta. I already made the subscribe star. I just got to put the link in my thing. I was talking to somebody. He was like, "Yeah, the Cash App is unprofessional." And I'm just like, "Yeah." Every time I think of Cash App, it's urban, so I don't want to use. I'll go with the Venmo or the Buy Me. Does anybody use Buy Me a Coffee? Isn't that the same thing as like Patreon or something?
I've heard a couple people use it. I didn't. I don't think it took off the way it did. But Venmo, PayPal. Um, Now, as far as the Cash App, I've seen big channels have a Cash App. Now, I'm going to say that's subjective. Because I don't know who doesn't want the money right then and there if it's a chance, you know,
Yeah, that's
um,
true.
and then circumvent YouTube getting their cut. Like I would rather if that's why I hate super chat because super chat is not about it lost its way. It used to be about okay, let me support the creator. Now it's like look at me. The super chat became look at me, look what I'm donating. Like it's about me. It's like wow. So I would rather give you the money, find a way to circumvent all that. That way you get all the money I'm sending you because you know.
Casio was like, stop thinking everything is urban. Listen, everybody, listen, man, listen. I think the slogan for urban folk would be hit the Cash App. Every time, like even when I get out here, the lexicon be hit the Cash App. I'm like, what do you mean, man? What the fuck?
Yeah. See, when you watch an urban channel, that's the first I don't never I go out of my way to not say that. Urban folk
It's
do
like
be like
dollar sign PTV 888. That's dollar sign PTV 888. That's dollar sign PTV
angry man.
888.
He be the same way, man. I just be like, oh come on, man. Like I will never stoop that low. I will never be like, hey, you go in my cash app. You see that right? You see that right there? Yeah. I would never.
Nah.
Uh.
Yeah, but for me, I didn't put the Cash App or anything else in there on my videos, but now I will because now I'm trying to upgrade I'm upgrading I just got a new computer. I'm figuring out my new lights right here. You know what I'm saying? You know, my studio that's going to be in Texas. I mean, this old studio is going to be bye-bye in in a month. So, you know, big changes, big changes. So I'm just, it's a hobby for me, but also it does, help my bills. So in times like this, I mean, I got to capitalize, especially now, So, I mean,
You'd
there's
be
that.
crazy not to. Yeah.
Yeah, man. So I just think, as we continue, as the, I guess, the political landscape and also the media landscape continues to swing in the way of mainstream corporations and third party business and third party or special interest groups, you might as well just go get it while you can, you know. Ah, yes,
Oh
I
my
can't.
god. I'm so grateful that I've never had to get to the point where I just be like, could y'all please? I give y'all good content. Please support. I mean, I just want likes. I'll never. I've been on this with close to 10 years. I've never got to the point where it's a money driven thing for me. Like I need y'all to do this. Like, come on, y'all. I'm out here giving y'all good content. Like, no,
I know my
no.
content. I know my content is good. I guess now that I'm upgrading, now I'm just gonna be like, okay, I'm gonna slowly be like, hey man, just make a Hey, any
Yeah, you're getting to
contribution
the point where
is a
you recognize you're a brand, and that's not. There's nothing wrong with that. Like
yeah,
as you
because
should
people have
approach.
been asking me about merch and stuff. So I'm like, okay, now I need to
Right,
start doing it.
right, right, and that's
That's
how
what
it's supposed to be. Yeah.
yeah.
So
But again, like I got I got bills. I'm trying to keep the channel going. Like there's levels to this.
you see, over stupid. He said, "Pay to see my avatar move." I'm done.
Oh my god, man. Oh, y'all kill
I'm
me.
done.
Y'all kill me. Then there was that you were talking the other day about a church, and that was funny. I believe they
Oh
were.
yeah, when yeah, they dragged the old lady up out of
Yeah, yeah. Well, I think it was funny that the old lady was putting hands on the pastor and the first lady. I was like, yeah, that might somebody's checks were bouncing then. You know what I'm
Yo,
saying?
even the church ain't. It's oh my
Oh, the
god,
church ain't
like
safe, bro. Church was never safe, and it brought me to me saying actually, That yeah, church is a business, dude. As much as like, okay, so here, because I know I talk about the lady a lot, but now she's going back to church, and she wants me
Uh-oh.
to go to church, and I'm just
Uh-oh.
like, oh Jesus, I was like, oh boy, here we go. I was like, oh boy, here we go, and I knew this. I was like, I knew this day was coming. I knew that this day was coming. She gonna ask me to go to church. I know
What
her. I know
what
she's gonna ask
denomination?
me to go to church. So damn, it was on the tip of my tongue. What is it? It's not
Episcopalian?
Episcopal. It's not
Okay.
Episcopalian.
Presbyterian?
Well, no. Keep running it down
Oh
because I
shit.
think it's gonna
Baptist?
actually not. Oh hell no, not Baptist. Because if it was Baptist, that relationship is over. Okay. Well, I'm talking about. I'd roll up in a Baptist church, nigga. I'm going for the 5 biggest booty bitches that I see over
Oh
there.
my
Okay. I'm
gosh.
not even joking. Okay. We talking.
Are Baptist church that bad?
The Baptist church. To me, I would say Baptist churches. It apostolic. That's the one.
Oh, okay, okay,
It's
okay.
apostolic. But Baptist churches. I mean, when I say man, they got the biggest booty bitches at the Baptist church. I say AME got nothing on the Baptist church. That's where the big booty bitches come. All right, I'm telling you from prior experience.
That's funny. I had a friend.
Big booty bitches are at the Baptist church.
Old friend. She was Pentecostal. And it's my first time going to a Pentecostal church. We're talking the long skirts, the long hair, covered up. And I was like, what am I doing in this motherfucker? And she was a white girl. And I'm like, what am I doing in this bitch? Like, what? So I respect everybody's right to religify. I would never knock anybody's religion or their faith per se. But yeah,
Right.
seeing the Pentecostals do how they do, I'm like, okay, I get it. That's like the white version of Baptist, but they're
Yeah.
very, very modest. The women, um, I mean, they all got long skirts, and all the long hair either tied up in a bun or just down to their ass, whatever. It was an eye-opening experience. Yeah.
Yeah. So, so she was like, I know you don't usually go to church, but my church friend wanted me to ask you if you are going to be attending church. And I told her straight up. I told her straight up, because I grew up in the AME church, and when I started playing bass, I started playing for the church band for a bit.
Okay. Okay.
And also on top of that, I used to be a part of their media team. So me personally, I understand that people get bread. Okay, when you start learning about once you start learning that the church is a 501c3, you
Mm-hmm.
look. I literally I side. Listen, my mom. I love my mom. Okay, I will always love my mama. Okay, she is my baby girl. Yes, but you gotta side eye some of that shit because I'm just like you out here spending money, right? As a church school superintendent, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
Hustling backwards while other people in the church are getting paid, right? And I'm
Yeah.
talking ushers, I'm talking the stewards, talking to church choir directors. They get a check. They get a check. The choir, it depends on okay. So here's what I found out, right? The choir director, the church band gets paid. We know that. The guy directing the choir gets paid. The people who sing in the choir do not, right? And
Oh,
it's only if they get a certain contract do they get paid, right?
okay. Okay.
Now, this was mind blowing to me when I was going to church, man, and I was sitting there like, "Yo, people getting paid for this?" I, that's that's what was going through my mind. I'm like, "Wait a minute, hold on a second. And then, you know what I'm saying? Yeah, the grape juice and crackers ain't cheap.
Oh my goodness.
The Welch's, yeah, the Welch's grape juice, bro. Yeah, them tariffs are hitting them grape juices, bro. The Hispanics ain't picking the Welch's, bro. But as I was going through like literally sat down with the salaries of the people that I didn't know I thought it was just all voluntary. I swear to God. I literally right hand, left hand of God thought that most of the positions in the church were people, like they were, devoted to the Lord and all that other stuff. And maybe they
Mm-hmm.
are.
Mm-hmm.
But then you start looking at the salaries of these guys. And I'm saying to myself, y'all be getting this every Sunday? I sat there, I literally I was flabbergasted. No, I got paid for. I know I got paid for playing bass. The problem was that at the time, I was so why I left the church in the first place was because they screwed my contract. You know what I'm saying? I was
Mm-hmm.
supposed to play up until January, and at the time it was January of 2015. This was before I left for New York City when I went to Brooklyn, and I was getting paid around a good $200-300 every Sunday.
That's not
And
bad.
the problem was, and this is why I agree with Ty City, and I need him to make that shirt. Old niggas gotta go.
Uh-oh.
Yeah, old niggas gotta go. I'm sorry. Okay. Yeah. I was in a Sanctified 360 deal. Yes. I was in a Sanctified 360 deal. Yes. Yeah, I was in a
Oh
Sanctified
my
360 deal. Yes. Yes.
god.
But if there was an instance of old niggas gotta go, it would be that.
Okay.
I
Okay.
am with. That's why I will tattoo it on my chest. Old niggas gotta go. Yeah, old niggas
Okay.
got if they
In
okay.
what industry are the old heads quick to let it go? There's no industry nowhere where the old is trying to just give up the power to the young. There isn't one.
Yeah, of course.
I
I mean, look. I mean, the place where I work, dude, my boss is literally 72 years old. I'm like, why are you still here?
yeah.
Can't you retire? Like, what's the holdup?
And then
He's like,
leave
man,
it
I'm
for
gonna
y'all to
retire
run.
next
Yeah.
year. I'm like, nigga, I ain't trying to work till I die. Like, what am I? I'm like, you got your mom to take care of. There's so much for you to do. I mean, there's so much for you to do outside of where you work.
Yeah.
Like, you don't not have to be on Broadway anymore. You have done your time. Why are you still here? You know what I'm saying? Yeah, listen, man. Yeah, man. Like I said, man, old niggas gotta go, and I'm okay with saying that. Okay, even when I get old and the young people saying that, I'm like, nah. And I'm gonna
Nah.
I'm gonna sit there and I'm gonna wait. I'm gonna look at them and say, y'all YNs gonna have to, y'all gonna have to spin that block real quick because I
Yeah.
ain't leaving without a fight. But I mean, for me, when I got let go from my church position, there was no um, for me there was no reason for me to be at a church because I already knew how it ran. You know what I'm
hmm
saying? And it was just more or less like, well, if I'm ever going to wake up Sunday morning, there has to be a check involved. There has to be money involved. Okay. There has to be IHOP money involved.
Yeah.
Okay. Sorry. You're not gonna get me up at 10 in the morning at the crack of dawn,
Yeah.
right? For me to wake up, brush my teeth, wash my face as if I'm going to work, okay? Then listen to all of you, praise the Lord,
Yeah.
hallelujah, I'm
Yeah.
free. Yeah, okay, yeah, sure, okay, yeah,
Yep.
yeah, yeah. Where's the fucking money? All right, where's the money?
Yeah.
All right, that's what I'm asking. I see most of you putting tens and twenties in the goddamn basket or bucket or collection hat or whatever the hell y'all niggas using nowadays. And I'm sitting there saying to myself, I'm gonna steal that shit. I'm gonna steal that shit. Thou shalt not steal, but when do y'all close?
Right.
Because
Right.
man, I'll be packing the bands. Yo, well, I remember. I'll never forget it. So when so they got the financial. They have the financial branch of the church.
Mhm.
Yo, when I you see 5 of them dudes just be like running that trap, man, just like as
Already
they were
knowing.
in a trap. I'm
Yeah,
sitting there
already
like
knowing. Yep.
I'm just like that. Yo, man, I'm sorry for those of you right, who have a religion, who want to get closer to God. I don't have a problem with that. In fact, here's what I'm going to say to that. You got YouTube, you got Spotify, you got the internet now, okay? And then on top of that, you got Holy Bible apps. There is no like you do not need to go to a congregation anymore. Okay? You just don't.
But that's the part of it, the fellowship that I think people would be missing as far as online worship. Because like
Yeah.
my mom, if she couldn't go to church, she'd turn on the TV and be right there. You know what I'm saying? Like in the mix. So I think the fellowship part is the one aspect that you kind of can't do online per se, unless you're talking about the online church service. But most older folk are not trying to do all the extra shit. Like a church live stream. You know.
Yeah. Yeah. And I guess for me, right? I understand having a relationship with God. I understand that. Okay? I would never take that away from somebody, and I would never, like I would never make fun of it. I would never mock it. That's you. That's what you want to do. That's cool, right? But I will say, like, in terms of a church, all right. I mean, it's just a trap house with boring music. That's how I think about it, right?
Mm.
It's a trap house with boring music. All right, that's how I think about it. Now, now, the only way you're gonna get me to go to church is if there is money involved. If I can use my services or talents
Yeah.
to benefit the congregation for the sake of a check.
As
Okay,
you
that's
should.
where I'm at
Yeah.
right now.
As you should.
Because for the life of me, there is no way I'm going to get up and put myself through, because my mindset is go to work, go home.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. And then on Saturday, Sunday, right? I just do nothing except do my artwork, do band practice, go to a gig, do that stuff, right?
Mm-hmm.
So now I'm conditioned, because I used to be, like I've conditioned myself now to, wake up and exercise and that sort of stuff. So now you want me to go to church. Okay. Now I'm just like, okay, I'll go, but there's got to be money involved.
Yeah.
So I'm not going if there is no money involved. You want me to go, I get it, but there's got to be money involved. I can't do it.
That's it. That's all. I feel you.
Yeah,
I feel you.
I told the lady that. The lady was like, what? But don't you want a relationship with God? I'm like, that's not the problem. The problem is, I was like, you can have a relationship with God anywhere. So that's not the problem. You can have a relationship with God anywhere. I can go to work and have a relationship with God. You know what I'm saying? I can go to the bathroom, take a shit, and have a relationship with God. I listen. This whole live stream can be a whole. I'll crack out a Bible right now. Shit, we can do that. Last week. No, I wouldn't do that. We don't got time for that. But when it comes to church, it's like church to me is a production. And considering how many people make it, okay, so there's this. My mom watches this YouTube church congregation called Pastor Levi,
Okay.
and dude, I've seen this guy. This guy's production is like A1,
I'm
right?
sure. I'm sure.
And
Yeah.
I'm sitting there like, you should see the super chats that be rolling down the chat.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I'm sitting there like, God, man, I'm man, I'm leaving so much money on the table. And thinking about it now, I'm just saying to myself, you know what? I was thinking about church all wrong. Now, I told the lady exactly what I'm about, right? When it comes to church, but
Yeah.
listen, I'm about it. I'm trying to get paid. You know what I'm saying? Listen, it's tough. It's rough out here. What do you want me to say? You know, like them tariffs are hitting. You know, the grocery bill gets higher and higher each time. Rent is crazy. So what do you want me to do?
No, man. Listen. You better than me, cause church. Like, what? Man, listen, as soon as I got to the age where I could tell my mom, like, no, ain't been back since. Even many me be like, Dad, do I? Can you talk to Gma until I don't want to go to church? Like, I'll talk to her for you, but even she to the point where no, because she sees it's bullshit. And then I'll ask my mom, what happened to you going to church? Yeah, exactly. But I don't throw it in her face. But
Yeah,
you get to a point like you're not like your grandmother. Like you're not building, you're not trying to,
yeah,
every Sunday. Like when I was growing up, every Sunday, whoever's house you went to, James Cleveland's on the TV. If they didn't go to church that day, So, um, but think about how social media has promoted a lot of pastors, Pastor Manning, Pastor Jennings, the one guy that just got arrested for fraud. Like the YouTube thing is like really blown up. A lot of Joel Osteen stays, you know, 10,000 in the box, So
oh yeah. I mean, Free Zone Lou says, but Red, what about the big booty Baptist hoes? You not going for that? Man, shit. I said if she went to a Baptist church, I'm like, you realize that's the worst church you could bring me to, right? Because that's not for faithful men. Baptist church is not for faithful men. I'm just saying for myself. Okay, I'm be like, yo, look, listen. If it comes back that some of these women, I had to go to a prayer session with some of these women for a good 2-3 hours. You know
yeah.
what's up?
Well, you know what? The church industry should have been destroyed once people found out it's a business, and it hasn't. It's prospered even more since then. So people, even the constituents, don't care about the 501c3 status, like because that's not their focus. Their main thing is like, okay, it's the aspect of God or whatever, and fellowship. Like that shit, you'll never destroy the church, the image of the church, no matter TD Jakes. Who's the one guy, Eddie Long? Oh, they can have a bathhouse full of young boys, and it will never destroy the church, especially the black church. So some of the most loyal followers like stomp down. Like what? I'm sorry, y'all. I sin. Please forgive me, my heart. Y'all, please. Hell yeah, Pastor. Come on. Here's some. Like what?
Yeah, people. I mean, I mean, it's just human nature at that point.
I
Like
mean, the Catholic Church with the young boys should have been destroyed just off that alone.
I mean, that's why when people talk to me about this Epstein list, I'm like,
For what?
what?
For what?
I said
Do
you'll
what?
have. I said, y'all ain't gonna take down your local rabbi, your clergy.
Nope.
Y'all ain't gonna take down your pastors. None of them.
They never
So
they never thought it was weird that they have a bunch of underage boys singing all these high notes in mass every Sunday. Like, where are the girls at? No, we just want the boys. Okay, gotcha. Yeah, yeah.
man. And with that, I say 2 more weeks. But update. We will be taking a hiatus from Crab in a Barrel. It's not because me and Sly, we beefing or anything. It is because I'm moving to Texas and I want to spend some time to get more acquainted with Texas. You know, new job, all that stuff. So I
Yeah,
gotta
for sure,
just
for sure. As he should,
balance
as
my
he
new
should.
schedule out, and
Life,
then
yeah,
build a
life,
new
shit.
studio and all the other stuff. So
Right?
there's a lot going on.
Not that you
That being
owed
said,
anybody, not that you owed anybody any explanation or anything like that. So,
yeah,
you know, yeah,
but we we'll let you know. It's not going to be forever, but I just need time to be more acquainted to Texas and all that stuff because yeah, it's a big place and I need to see all of Texas and all that other stuff. I just want to see more of the Midwest. I didn't get to see last time I went. I was supposed to go to Nevada and I did not go.
mm,
I was supposed to go to I was supposed to go to Vegas and I didn't go.
okay.
I'm gonna see because my cousin's out in
He said, "Fighter sings the blues."
Oregon. I didn't get to see him yet. So you know.
Y'all wilding in the chat. He talking about Viter sings the blues. Viter sings the blues.
Yeah, a Bucky's tea. I actually do have a Bucky's tea. I'm not gonna lie, man.
Yo,
I
Bucky's
do
is the
like
shit,
Bucky's. I
man.
like,
Bucky's a change of life. People
but
don't
you know what I
understand.
do? You know what I hate is when is niggas bringing Bucky's up here to the east. I'm like, can y'all just can we no like every time ever since I've known about Bucky's, I'm like, can we just keep that down south? Can we not bring that shit up here? It's like Sonic, right? It's like the Sonic dry the Sonic, the
Yeah,
restaurant Sonic.
yeah,
I'm like, no, let that shit stay down south where it needs to be, where it makes more sense. You
yeah.
know, who's gonna eat a Sonic in a Jersey City or Bayonne or Hoboken? That makes no sense.
Right,
Like
right, right, right.
I don't go to New Jersey for Sonic. You know,
Yeah,
but one more thing, and then I'll get it. You were talking to me about the steakhouse. It's the
yeah,
steakhouses.
yeah,
Ruth Chris.
yeah.
Oh man, yeah,
Ruined,
yeah.
ruined.
Urban
I'm,
folk. I will say, when I went, I will, I will tell you this, right? So I went on my birthday to Ruth Chris, and I tell you, when I saw the sign and it said, dress comfortably, but dress appropriately. Okay.
okay, okay.
I saw some urban women and what appears to be booty like they look like Meg did like they just came from the hood, right?
Yeah, yeah,
I'm sitting there like come on. Some decorum. I'd be seeing booty shorts and all that other stuff. I'm like, it said appropriate attire, okay?
mm-hmm.
Appropriate. No vulgar language or vulgar, like nothing vulgar on the shirt. You had an urban male literally say on his shirt, I pee in pools. I'm like, and this was Short Hills, New Jersey, by the way.
Wow.
This was Short Hill. If you know where Short Hills is in New Jersey, yes, it is a lily white neighborhood. Okay, so you got Short Hills, you got Millburn, you got Livingston, and Livingston Mall is gone. Okay, if you know where Livingston is, Livingston Mall is gone. But when I say that is the first and last time I'm going to a Roof Chris,
Ruined.
I was like, this is Short Hills, New Jersey. If you're gonna wear that shit, go to the Cheesecake Factory, which is right next door.
This is why you must
Or
have barriers of entry, man. Like without question.
I'm just like, listen. Meech says, Red, how long until you start uploading to the channel again? You mean which channel? The Stage Hands In channel or Red Sings the Blues? Because if it's Red Sings the Blues, never again. But if it's Stage Hands In, I'm still working on my Fox Kids video, so that should be out in maybe a week or two, or give it 2 weeks because I'm adding a lot more information. It's going to be jam packed, so yeah, don't worry about that. But yeah, urban people ruin Roof Chris. Good night.
Yeah, it's time to go. It's time to go. So I'll see you. Let me see what is this? Probably by end of August.
Yeah, possibly mid August, late August,
Okay, that's what's up.
somewhere around there.
For sure.
All right, man. Peace out.
All right, bro. Have a good one.
I mean, you too.
All right, y'all. Give me. I got some online training courses to do for coaching. So give me about an hour and a half, and I'm gonna come back. We're gonna do a late night show and go over the cop that found the dead child in the trunk of the car. So give me about 90 minutes, and I'll be back.